Welcome back to Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. We completed Max's Folly on the alternate Blue Moon route last time, and this time, we're gonna go for, well, we're gonna be fighting against Olaf's Navy in Olaf's Navy, one of the most self-explanatory mission titles of all time. Olaf's naval armada must be stopped or her can blow Orange Star off course. Oh, you do have a character select for this one. Interesting. Most people use Andy, and in fact, I probably will too, because this mission is fairly indirect dependent.
Leave it to me.
So yeah, Andy's generally the guy that you bring to pre-deploy maps that give you a lot of indirects to start with. Of course, Max's Folly is a forced Max mission, but the one after this, I'm not sure if you get to choose, and if you do, I'll probably use Max, because it's very submarine. Anyway. So, yeah, on the Andy route, this is the first Fog of War mission in the campaign outside of the tutorial. Andy spending the day not thinking about things to do and also emptying his brain of knowledge. So yeah, again, the reason why this tutorial exists is because in the original Advance Wars 1, this potentially would be your first time encountering Fog of War outside the tutorial. You know what, I'm gonna actually do this because I want to see how they explain it.
One more time.
Well, anything to make Max facepalm. Oh, okay, that's a pretty quick tutorial, and definitely different to the more in-depth tutorial earlier, especially since it doesn't explain, like, reefs and woods. But yeah, the general idea here is to just make a march towards Olaf HQ and completely ignore his navy. His navy is not really a big threat to you, and it's generally better to approach the HQ via APC than it is to approach by lander, because again, Olaf has a pretty big navy in here, which I can try and scout by doing this. Yeah, he has 3 battleships, 3 cruisers, and 3 subs. Okay, so I found out the hard way before that if you have the sub go here, then it ends up dying. Because Olaf has 3 battleships, 3 cruisers, and 3 subs. I believe this is the first time you actually fight Blue Moon subs in the campaign. And it might be one of the only times, other than the next mission, which is sort of an extension of this mission, really. So the gimmick here, actually I'll wait until the enemy turn before we see it. So we are going to be marching for the HQ. It's generally easier to reach by APC than it is to reach by lander. The only real obstacle is that there is a rocket there. There are a couple of tanks in the north though, and here's the thing. Now sometimes I like to have my artillery and rockets go down here to get some pot shots at his navy, but I've kind of learned that I don't really even need that, so I'm going to be sending both of them north, alongside a few recons, and pretty much everything I have. I'm pretty much going to be sending everything I have north. And you'll see why in a moment. And yeah, this recon, I guess this recon can go out here. Can't really see anything just yet. My main concern is the navy, because the thing is that, I suppose you can take that spot. The thing is, Olaf has a very big tendency to just completely destroy all 3 of your naval units down here. Unless you were to, like, leave this APC on the shoreline and use it as a decoy, I mean, that's also possible. I may need both of the necks down here. You can put guys on the mountains to scout, but like as you can see here, you don't really see a whole lot of the ocean from these mountains. Maybe from that mountain, but that's definitely in range of battleships. And Olaf is going full ham as usual.
Behold!
So yeah, he does have cruisers and subs now, but here's the problem.
Pardon me.
Yeah, Olaf's navy is almost completely useless if you just head north. As always, Olaf is making giant tactical mistakes. In fact, because he doesn't even have a single infantry or mech unit, the only way you could potentially lose this mission is to get routed, and that's very unlikely if you stay away from the Navy. So this is sort of more of a joke level than an actual serious mission. But the actual gimmick of this mission was in the original GBA version, where if you won this by rout, which is, I wouldn't so much say harder than it is by HQ cap, but I would say that it is tedious, because it generally involves just luring the Navy into range of artillery and rockets and just slowly but surely taking them out that way. It's, again, pretty tedious. Okay, I have rocket range there, so I do want to put my guy right here. Yep, there are 2 tanks right in front of it. So this is the main reason why I brought my indirects up north this time, is to break through here a little faster. So I have that. He does have a whole bunch of battleships here. Also, because he has 3 subs, assume that he can see everything on the shore that isn't in forests. That is something to be aware of. You generally won't be able to hide from him all that effectively unless, again, you go in forests. So I can hide this mech there. But yeah, that bottom bridge is seriously in danger of being shelled by his battleships, so not really gonna try and put stuff there. I sort of want this APC to be undamaged. And I think nothing's in, yeah, this rocket here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Only the center of the bridge is threatened. And I guess I can shoot that cruiser. The main problem is that just like in Max Strikes, if you destroy even one of Olaf's battleships, he gets blizzard. So you might want to hold off and, well, not destroy his battleships. So this sub is just going to hang back here and just hide. Because again, these Navy units, this battleship is probably going to get killed by subs and or other battleships. We'll see what happens. Now, even if he does get blizzard, my advance to the north is actually not going to be running into all that much trouble, because snow does not increase the movement cost of roads, and we've got a road that leads right to the HQ here. Again, my main worry is that one rocket. He does have a tank guarding his HQ, and okay, yeah, things can see my battleship. Now, if he destroys my battleship, he also gets pretty close to blizzard. But thankfully, he doesn't use blizzard at the in the middle of his turn. And yeah, this lander is... So, my main goal here is I don't really want to lose anything on land, because all 3 of my units at sea are probably going to die. And if they do, I can really only afford to lose 1 more unit before I... Well, yeah, if I lose even 1 more unit after that, then I ruin my technique ranking. Well, at least it's 95, not perfect, but I kind of want to go for perfect because these missions are pretty easy. But okay, it's hyper repair time. Now, the cool thing about Hyper Repair is, as we'll be seeing here, Hyper Repair is better if you have a lot of expensive units on the field, like battleships, because repairing 2 HP on a battleship is worth a lot more than repairing 2 HP on an infantry, for example. So, I can rocket that, but unfortunately, as I am not max, unless I get a ridiculously good luck roll here, probably won't. Yep, just barely didn't finish it. But yeah, maybe Max is actually decent for this, given, you know, his ridiculous firepower bonuses. I'm gonna have to abandon... I don't like abandoning captures, but okay, I'm actually gonna attack. If I attack from the city first, then this mech gets the 3-star defense. Like, the one that's going to take the most counterfire is the one that's going to benefit from defense. Now, I don't like... If this mech ends up in range of battleships, that's not good. Though I highly doubt anything down here can... Although, again, the subs could be in the vicinity. I'm not really sure where the subs are. Forget if a diving sub attacked that lander. I think it was just... Was it just battleships? If I damage one of these cruisers, it would be really funny if he actually attacks my sub with the low HP cruiser. or at least just puts the low HP cruiser there and blocks the high HP cruiser off from attacking it, because then maybe the sub will not actually die, and then I'll be able to get through this without losing all of my C-Force. But yep, here comes Blizzard.
The fury of nature. Blizzard.
At least the sea looks pretty cool while the Blizzard is active. So what's he gonna do here? The battleship is probably dead. Okay, that tank is retreating. Interesting. Okay, battleship is probably gonna get killed by other battleships. Interesting. Okay, then. I wonder if I'll be able to save my sub, because that doesn't usually happen. Thanks to the Blizzard, though, I can't scout out that rocket yet. And yeah, medium tanks are generally driving blind if they run up like this, so I know that he has a tank on his HQ. But whatever goes there can't be hit by the rocket either. But yeah, this is what I was saying about the Blizzard, is that, yeah, the roads aren't actually, the roads aren't actually affected by the movement cost increase. Yeah, if I put something there, it's not going to be able to be hit by the rocket either. Yeah, can't quite see the HQ just yet. But yeah, these guys are just going to run up the shore, and you two can just capture stuff, because I doubt you'll ever be threatened by anything. Yeah, here's the thing, that sub, will it survive? Because where it is, only one thing can attack it, and that means that it will at least be safe from attack this turn, because only one thing can go adjacent to it. So you get what I'm saying here. It's like something can scout it, but nothing else will be able to actually reach it in the same turn. I don't like that. I really don't like that. But at least I've lured you in. And there are a couple more units down below. Is he even going to try and find my sub? Doesn't look like he's even going to try. Okay. So I may be able to get through here without losing much at all. Aha, but this is why I brought the rocket up to the north front. Because you thought you lured me into range of rockets, but it was I who did that to you! Oh yeah, this regular tank can kill this. And then I can kill off the other one, and then, of course, I definitely do want to try and scout that rocket with something, but probably with one of my recons. If this recon goes here, there's the rocket. Maybe the other recon can... let me just see. Well, okay, first things first. You go here, drop infantry, I'll be able to start capturing next turn. Actually, yeah, I do this. This is going to start, like, because the rockets have pretty low defense against recon machine guns. In fact, this actually leads me to something that I haven't mentioned yet. It's about missiles. So, a really strange thing about missiles that you usually won't see in effect at all. Because it's not, like, really the only kind of vehicle machine guns that you'll actually see in effect are from recons. But the thing is that missiles are actually more resilient to vehicle machine guns than most light vehicles like recons and rockets are. So if a tank runs out of ammo and shoots a missile unit, it actually does take less damage than a rocket would. Even though, like, missiles versus, like, tank cannons usually take about the same amount of damage as rockets. So it's kind of weird, and it's not that useful because, like I said, usually the only kind of vehicle machine guns you ever see are on recons, and usually if a recon can attack a missile, it's generally bad for the missile anyway. So yeah, I can start getting the HQ now. This may only be a 95 speed though. part of me wants to try and see if there's anything down here. I kind of doubt it, though. But it's still nowhere near as, as long as this mission takes if you try and route it, which is generally the real challenge of this. And I've been trying to work out whether it's possible to get an S rank in this mission and still win by route. I highly, highly doubt it. Yeah, he's definitely not going for the sub, though, which is weird. But as you can see, his navy is kind of clustering itself around my shore right now, and this is generally what you have to do. If you do this, and if you have, like, artillery here and rocket here, then you slowly kill off his naval units, and then you win by rout. But, okay, just for lols, I'm going to scout down here and just see if there's... No, I'm pretty sure he has nothing in that vicinity, so yeah, let's finish this. So it's interesting that this is like the much easier routes than the other one, because the equivalent of this map in the other route is Blizzard Battle, which is a lot harder. So I guess they're kind of punishing you for taking the easy way out for max strikes. You choose the broken character for max strikes, and you get the harder second batch of missions.
No problem.
So this dialogue is pretty much the same as it is after Blizzard Battle. But in the original game, if you won this by HQ cap, the next mission after this was Sammy's debut. This was actually the end of the Blue Moon arc then.
What now?
Keep this up and we'll drive Olaf out of here in no time.
Yeah, that was only 9.5 speed. I think if you go in the southern route, you can probably reach the HQ faster, but I'm just glad that my sub didn't die that time. So that's Olaf's navy the intended way, but I guess I do have to go back and show what it looks like if you route it, because originally you had to route this map in order to unlock the mission we'll be playing next time. And unfortunately, if you're routing this, you kinda have to use Andy here, because you really need indirect range. Using the APC does help keep his naval units close to your shore. And his subs will eventually run out of fuel and sink. And he has Blizzard again. Yeah, this is why you generally don't want to fight his navy.
Blizzard.
And that should be everything dealt with on land. Now I can use these recons to try and scout where his remaining cruisers went. Because some of them seem to have run away. It's funny how we actually get, like, the exact vision diamond of a mech on a mountain right now. Oh, okay, the subs are actually rising. But you are still in range of artillery. This is why you don't want max for this when you're trying to rout. You really need these indirects. And I probably should take a shot at this sub while I still can. And yeah, now... Okay, yeah, that's where those two are. He's halfway to another blizzard. Yeah, the subs are definitely starting to run low on fuel. That one stayed in rocket range for some reason. I mean, it's not like he Actually, no, wait, he does know where the rocket is, because the subs have ridiculous vision, so I have no idea why his AI decided to do that, but yep, that's 2 more naval units sunk. It would be kind of amazing if I still got an S rank this way. Though I really don't know if that'll happen. Wait, medium tank versus cruiser is 55% damage? I never knew that. Wow, cruisers suck even more than I thought. But yeah, we've got a sub on a short. Yes, yes, regular tank versus sub is 1% base damage. He probably has Blizzard again, doesn't he? He does. Yeah, you'll be seeing a ton of snow if you try and do this mission this way. Okay, there is another cruiser down there. Yeah, this is where things take longer, but well, this happens. Seriously, I forgot how weak cruisers were to tanks. I mean, it's not like you want to put them in range of tanks anyway, but still. That one only has 8 fuel. Probably should be setting these things to reach the cruiser instead of this, but oh well. Okay. And sure, why not?
I'm all ripped up.
60% damage now. So regular tank versus cruiser is only 5%, so it's just medium tanks. Oh, if only that was also in range. Oh, that one's gonna, like, die immediately, so have to hit this one. I think my medium tank can still hit that. I see it has 0 fuel now. So it is already dead. It just won't realize it until the start of his next turn. I don't know if I actually can kill this without, like, a ridiculously high luck roll. If only Andy had some way to increase his movement range, huh? Wouldn't that be great? Eh, we might find out about that eventually. Oh, not quite. Not quite. So this is going to take a little longer. Wait, no! No, it isn't! No, it isn't! Because this artillery shoots you, and then this finishes off the already dead sub with the 0 fuel. And again, I wonder if this is still enough for an... This might actually still be enough for an S rank. It's only like... I lose only like 5 for each day I go over the speed limit. So, yeah, wow. I guess this is a bit of an Easter egg that, like, this is the... I don't know if you get to see the generic Blue Moon female soldier portrait otherwise. Yeah, so Olaf does actually have different dialogue if you do this by route.
Keep this up and we'll drive Olaf out of here in no time.
Oh, it's not quite an S rank, yeah, just barely short of it. This probably can be S-ranked by route, but I think it relies on a little bit of luck in terms of where his naval units move to, because you really do need them to go into range of the indirects, and it's hard to predict exactly where they'll go. Maybe if you send tanks down to the lower front earlier, yeah, but like, I think if I'd finished this one turn earlier, I could have still got an S rank, but still. In the original, if you routed this map, Olaf would say, "Now you face Olaf's Sea Strike," one of the rare times they directly name a mission. But that was how you unlocked Olaf's Sea Strike in the original, so yeah, glad that I was able to show that off here. That took less than I expected. I was expecting it to take at least 15 turns. But next time will be the aforementioned Olaf Sea Strike, which is a mission that, in fact, I don't think I've seen the map of it online. I have never seen anybody play this before, so I am kind of blind on how this one works. Enjoy that one next time.